I'm Kanya and you're watching Kanya Roy channel. Today we will talk about video editing and we have two competitors. One is Premiere Pro and another is DaVinci Resolve. So why would anybody choose Premiere Pro instead of DaVinci or DaVinci Resolve instead of Premiere Pro? Because there are pros and cons in both those video editing tools or softwares. So there are a lot of video editing tools in the market, so which one would you like to use? There are a lot of options and we're confused which one to use. So I will share my experience and opinions and you can share your experience and opinions in the comment section down below. So let's get started. The market is primarily dominated by Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve because these are the two in-depth video editing softwares which will give you like immense amount of effects and transitions to edit your videos. But there are pros and cons in each of these softwares or tools. So do you want to know about it? Definitely. So let me explain that to you. So if we talk about Premiere Pro, which is a subscription-based, cloud-based software by Adobe. Subscription, they have individual subscription and they have subscription for enterprise. It depends on which one would you prefer to go. And the software itself is pretty easy to use. It has a really good user interface and you need to update the software regularly so that you don't get so much glitches while editing, and clearing the cache won't be that necessary, but sometimes you do need to clear the cache. Let me tell you the con. What's the con? It's a very, I wouldn't say a very entry level software, but it's like intermediate. You can't do proficient video editing with Premiere Pro because there are templates out there. You can use those templates, but majorly you don't get to do what you can do in DaVinci Resolve, that is, or in other 3D softwares, which is like you can use notes which gives you the option to edit your videos which with effects which are not available, like presets. You can create those presets and or I would say effects in the user interface and in that particular software and use it across your videos in that particular software. But these are the limitations. I wouldn't say limitations, but these are something which you should be okay if you're using Premiere Pro. But although I would say Premiere Pro is a really good software if you are starting off or if you're in the intermediate level. Whereas if you talk about DaVinci Resolve is free to use. It's a product by Blackmagic Camera and you can use it pretty much for any kind of video editing, but I would say one particular con which I personally faced with DaVinci Resolve is like clearing the cache. If you don't clear it regularly, it will like really annoy you with the low memory all the time message. So it's better to clear the cache like while you're editing, or no, once your editing is done regularly. I would say regularly you should clear the cache in DaVinci Resolve. Other than that, more or less DaVinci is not an entry level tool to use. It's like the learning curve is really steep. So I would suggest those who are in the intermediate or proficient one or doing using Blackmagic Camera or filming, I think for them it will be a lot handy to use DaVinci Resolve software rather than Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is also a really good one, but it has its own limitations. But DaVinci is something which I find very useful while doing those film edits. So this is the pros and cons of both these like big, I would say, famous softwares out there in the market for video editing. And there are others like Blender, which is also a free Blender software, and other OpenShot or other tools. But majorly I would say if you're like really into it, I would say rather go for Premiere Pro or for DaVinci Resolve. It depends totally upon you which one would you go for it. So, and I hope it is helpful for you. It's informative, but decision depends on your usage, which one you are comfortable with and which one you would like to see. It depends on the end product ultimately. Bye.